Man, what's the deal? No time to chill. It's about to get real on Keep It Real Thursdays. Peep. All right, so watch this. Like, I'm geeked about this video because I'm really talking to myself. And I really just want to share with you why me and you, we may need to try a different approach. So I want to tell you about a job that I had a couple days ago. So I cut grass for a living, and what's so crazy about grass is, grass it can be unpredictable based on the rain, the weather. And I'm talking about, you got some grass that cuts amazing. I'm talking about amazing cut, right? And I'm talking about the other day, man, I was at a property and I've cut this grass plenty of times, right? But this particular day, the grass was like super high. And I'm like, yo, anxiety out the roof. I'm like, yo, I'm screwed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what am I going to do? So I started cutting it, man. And I'm like, you know what? Like, although I've cut this grass plenty of times, all I need to do is use a different approach. So I'm like, yep, I'm about to raise the blade up. Yep, I'm about to raise it all the way up. So I cut it once. And then I'm like, okay, it's cutting pretty good. And then I go back over it. I'm like, okay, it's cutting nice. So I noticed, I'm like, yo, you know what I got to do now? I might have to spend a little bit more time on this property. But it's still going to come out the same result. And I'm talking about, man, cut the grass, man, raise it all the way up. And here's the deal. Sometimes you got to be careful when you raise the blade up, because it's not going to cut the grass at a length where it's not going to grow back too fast. Like, you got to be careful with that, because if you cut it at the wrong length, it'll grow back super fast. And I'm talking about, I don't know how, I don't know. I taught myself something new. But when I cut the grass at that high length, it still was at a decent length where it wasn't going to grow back too fast. And I'm like, wow. Like, when I got done, I was impressed. And I'm talking about, I used a different approach. And so I'm telling you, like, every day is different. People are different. Like, the weather changed. Like, your emotions change. I need you to use a different approach. Like, you might got to switch up your morning routine. You can't do the same routine every morning. I know everybody like, yo, you got to get a routine. Yo, you need a routine to be successful. Yo, you can keep your routine, but you might have to switch up what time you do certain stuff. Instead of exercising first, you might need to read first. Instead of reading first, you might need to exercise first. Like, you may need to talk to somebody before you start your day. You might need to just switch it up. You might need to adjust. And that's the thing I learned, man. I was so geeked when I got done with that grass because I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm talking about, I've cut this grass several times, and I've never had to cut it this way. And I'm like, yo, so anytime now that I have a yard like this, I know how to come at it. And that's just a different way. Now, here's the deal. I can't use that approach every time, but you know what? I got that one approach in the bag. Yep. I can pull it out when I need to. And that's what I need you to do. Like, you may need a different approach. And that's the thing. Like, we can't get so complacent with life that we using the same approach every single time. And you know what? That's really a fun thing about life, is because you do something a different way. You're like, yo, that's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know that I can do that this way. Like, I didn't know that I can cut up French fries this way. Yep, I just learned something new. Your mom may be like, yo, I've been around 57 years. Like, I ain't even know you can do that. And that's all I'm trying to get you to understand is, like, yo, you may need to try a different approach. And that's it. That's how you gonna succeed. Nothing simple. Nothing going, oh, I need to read this book. I need to do something extreme. Like, nope. You might need to just try something different. And then, once you try something different, once you try that different approach, and then pass go and collect your 200. Peace.